All right. We're on our last bag. Let's finish this up, right?
Ray goes Legos. Bricks and toys.
All right. So we are on our last bag. Now, I have been trying to fix this whole audio thing. If oh my goodness, this thing is a mess. My whole mic and all that system, it's all over the place. So I thought I had this fixed and pulled away, but I'm gonna push it out of the way. So everything is coming off this camera, which is okay, except that oftentimes you can hear me move the camera, and that's a disappointment in my opinion. But sometimes what can you do, right? I'm limited by some of my materials. Interestingly enough, like, it was one of those where I was trying to get the like my whole mic set up, everything I had before. I had all this stuff set up, had everything plugged and ready and moved, and I just could not get the mic to get loud enough to recognize anything. And all this time, every bit of audio has been coming from this instead of the actual microphone. So I was like, you know what? Let's get that microphone out of my face. I don't actually need it. And if I'm not going to use it, there's no point in it being there. It's just a waste of space and an aggravation for me more than anything else. I'm kind of hoping now, if you hear me flip out, go woo, get all crazy, it's because I am missing my personalized minifig. And so I have been looking kind of everywhere for my minifig. And I mean, it's like one of those, when I say personalized, it's personalized. It's got, it looks like me, it's got long hair. It's got a white beard. It's got on the back of the jacket, so I printed like a white jacket to make it like a hoodie. And on the back, it actually has a brick that says Tayraygun, because that's me. And then on the front, it has like headphones, because I like to wear headphones. But it has the sunflower lanyard, because sunflower being that hidden disability. And I have a hidden disability. So I was like, hey, perfect. And my lanyard says Tay on it. So it's very specific to me, which is why, like, I'm kind of upset, because I'm like, what did I do with it? Because I can't find it. I couldn't imagine anyone wanting it. It's kind of a lackluster figure. But like I said, I have been looking all over, and I just can't find it anywhere. I've done something with it, and who knows where it's at. I mean, I did find my headphones. So, yeah, I don't know. In time, hopefully it's around here somewhere and not missing or out in the street. That's the sad part. That's the one that kills me the most. Like the idea, it's like, hey, not only did you lose it, you dropped it out in the middle of the street, and people have just run over it, and it's like trash at this point. That's that sort of like mindset. That's the stuff that just kind of, it's like, I just want to start crying. I don't like that thought at all. All right, so we're down here. We're putting our plates together. We got our 2 trays. We got our crocodile brick separator from Slubon. And I'm doing my count right here. Let's see. This is a small bag, by the way. It's all small parts. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it looks like 1 up. So kind of like this is where we're going. So it has us going these 5 over, 1 down. And now we need these 2. A 1x10, a 1x12, and then a 6x12. How do we know it's a 6x12? We'll put it on our plate chart here. 6 and 12. 1 and 12, and 1 and 10. Hey, if you all ever want to get a Lego chart tattoo and you're not sure who to go to, I could hook you up with somebody. I don't know. She was Senmo. She was super excited about doing it, but I think after she was done, she's like, one and done. I'm not touching that again, because I mean that is like 2 scale. Stretch out. I mean, you can test it. Like, look, stretch out my arm here. 2 by 3 tile right there. You don't just get that anywhere. All right, so we need 7 of these 1 by 1 round tiles with the Technic pinholes in it. See if I can play this and turn it down a little bit. All right, here we go. There we go. And let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, and then 7. So we will have 7 in total, which would be nice. Alright, so is that all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's 6. Should have 1 more. Now, there's some here that actually have the, there's like 1 or 2 that actually are not with the Technic pinhole, and some that are. So we want to make sure we're getting the ones with the Technic pinhole on it. Alright. Okay. And oh. Okay. So there's a lot of counting on this. So we've got to go 1 down and 1 over. So we're putting it right there. And then we're going, it looks like 4 across and 4 down. So 5 and 4 right there. I'm trying to decide. I might have to go forward a little bit, because there is, see, this is where having a chart where you're looking down on it would be incredible. When I was making my design, which I'm getting ready to put out for sale, but there were times when it's like, hey, I want to be able to look down on it. So I would do things like I would take a screenshot of the build and insert it as a picture, so I knew kind of like, so whoever was building it would know where it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should go right there, so you could also see it underneath. It's kind of like what Lumabricks does. To me, that is so important, to be able to know, hey, you're 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 goes right here. That's kind of like one of those super important things to know. Hey, this is where everything goes, so you can stud count and figure out where it's going to go. And I think not having that is just, it is disastrous. Okay, so 1, 2 there, 4, and then looks like 5. Okay, this one's in the wrong spot. See, that's why this one is a clutched part, so it goes in between. Alright, so that should be 1, 2, 3 down here. So it's going right here, it looks like. Okay. And then 3, 4, 1, and 2. Okay. Everything else is exactly where it's supposed to be. That's a good thing. I can't remember if this is from this. I'll throw it with that one. I couldn't remember if that was with that kit or it was with something I pulled. I was working on another house. So sometimes I get my parts mixed up. But we're all good. We made it through. We got it, man. We got it. All right, so we got a 6-pointed flower petal here, and then it looks like we're putting 6 of these flower studs on there in yellow. So it looks like we're going to have a whole rooftop of flowers. I like this idea. I'm down for this. Down to clown. That was one of the things on one of my Lego Fortnite cities I was building is on top of, I think it was the Hero Mausoleum, or no, not the Mausoleum. It was the Hero Museum, I believe. And I'm trying to remember, maybe it was the Academy. But it was one of them, and they have kind of a rooftop thing. And so I was like, I kind of wonder if I could put plots of land down and grow stuff up there. I was like, let me try it. So I totally went, and I was able to put dirt piles on top of this thing and grow crops on the top of the building. And I was like, I dig this. Now, interestingly enough, that particular area, I think, like that particular build, I think the way that the roof is set up, it's set up for you to be able to go and build like dirt piles and stuff on top. I don't think every roof is going to be able to do that, but you'll get a few flat ones here and there where you can, and I think that's kind of cool. All right, so we need 1, 2 of these leaves. 1, 2. I have one more. I might end up just putting it in there. We got a radar dish. This is kind of interesting. I don't know what kind of plant this one's supposed to be, because it's like a brown radar dish plant. I guess that's going to be like a giant flower. It's odd. Very odd. Alright, so that's going to fit into there. And this is going to go 1, 2, down like this. So we've got 1 going here. And this one is going 2 across and up, 1 in between. Okay, so it goes like that. Okay, and then 2, it says 2 sagebrushes, but I might have accidentally used one. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reach up here. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to have one. I think I moved it. Is that the same shade? It's really close. It's really, really close. Okay. So we'll use this one. It's not exactly the one, but like I said, I think I accidentally used it in something with the build. I was building palm trees. I should do a video breakdown of how I build palm trees, and how I do like ground cover stuff around them. Happen to like those methods quite a bit. I'd love to share them. But yeah, the palm trees, I use those sage brushes underneath, and that's what I use to pull all of the texture down to make it look like it's got fronds that are basically breaking off. And I happen to use like the olive drab, the tan ones, the bright ones. Sometimes I'll use the green. Most time if I use it, it'll be the lime green, tan, or the sage color. Just because if it's dried prawns that are falling down, you don't want it to be like nice and bright. That's kind of weird. At least to me. I think it's weird. Okay, so we are making a little bush thing here. Pretty interesting technique. I've seen better, but I mean that's still that could still work. I would probably give it a little bit more, like some more leaves or something, just to make it stand out a little bit more. So 3 out and 2 down. So right up here. Okay. So far this is what we got. It's like a little plot of land. It looks a little bit like a desert type of landscape, but it's all, plants. And this is actually a minty color. It looks like it's white on camera, but it is a kind of a minty green. So let's see. We need 2 2x2 round plates. We've got 2 1x1 plates with clips. We got 2 of these 45-degree stud to bar anglers. And it looks like 2 of these number 2 or number 3 bars in green. Okay, so how are we doing this? So it looks like, okay, I see. So we're taking this stud kind of angle piece, we're putting it through the Technic part of that plate. Then we are putting this little bar in there to create a flower. And then we're using one of these clip plates here on the side as like a leaf. It's not bad, not bad. Not exactly like, I probably wouldn't have gone with that like at first. You might even, it'd be cool to even put like a little brown stud in there, so you have a brown center, flower center as well. That could be kind of cool. Like get the browns with the Technic holes. Shoehorn that in. Not too bad. That actually would probably be a pretty decent technique. I might take that technique and run a little bit with it and see what I can do. I bet you there's some stuff we can build with that, like flower wise. I'm all about like learning new techniques. So for me, anytime that I get a chance to learn something, I'm going to like kind of bask in it and enjoy it, because I like the idea of learning, and I like the idea of learning new techniques. And I like the idea of learning new techniques from masters, people that are in the business, and kind of changing it up, like improving on their designs. That's how we get better as a human species sometimes. Okay, so we've got another in-between stud flower plant here. Okay, okay. So I normally don't like, and I'll kind of show you. So these right here, I don't like doing the in-between studs on these, just because there's a lot of extra like kind of work that you have to do in order to get them into things. So let's see, I'm gonna try this way, and if I can't get it to fit the way I want it, I'm just gonna choose a stud and I'm gonna move on. Yeah, I'm just gonna choose a stud and move on. There we go. So they're wanting that to be kind of in between 4 studs, but I always struggle with tension pushing them in, because they're not as rigid as I'd want them to be, and so they don't fit very well. So for me, I'm looking at it and I'm like, I can't actually get this to fit correctly. So I get frustrated and I'm like, nope, we're just gonna put it over here on this. I know some people that have a way to get those in there, and it's something that you can do. Me personally, I don't think it's a valid technique. I don't feel it's a very valid technique. And I say that because it's a struggle getting those things in there. Okay, so we've got another radar dish sort of flower, and another pin. There's a lot of things going up. Now I have skipped some flowers. No. Yes, I have. Okay, so we've got this flower, but we need to take care of these over here. So 1, 2, 3 of these fern leaves. We're gonna stack them. 1, 2, and 3. And then this is going set 5 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 over, am I correct? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yep, just like that. Okay. It's just there didn't seem to be a lot of room, so I was like, well, did we get it? Did we not get it? But we have it. Okay, so we've got another fern. This time we're needing 4 leaves. Every time I go to build one of these things, and I basically get told to leave me alone, and I'm like, nope, we're gonna build you no matter what. I ought to be canceled for that joke. That is an awful joke. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Is it going on 6? Yep. 2, 3, 4, 5. Up here on 6. Going right there. There's a lot of plants up there. It's like a very natural garden. Natural garden. I am glad to see that we've got a house that the whole concept of it here is that it is a flower nature type house, which down I think it's kind of cool. Okay, so we got another set of flowers going there. Now we get this flower here, 4 across. It's going right over here. And then 1 more of these flowers going right here. Okay, so we got a lot of plants up there. And I'm wondering, no, we're not putting any more up there. However, we are going to start putting it onto here. Okay, so let's flip. We're going to flip this way so it kind of matches what we're looking at right here. This is going to turn, and that's supposed to fit right into here. Does it? Oof. Yeah, it does. It is a tight fit, though. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Getting that off, I mean, it looks great. Don't get me wrong. It looks very nice. But getting that off in order to get into that floor, that's going to be problematic because that's pretty fit. You got to pull it from these, I guess. These sage brushes have probably the best clutch in there. So let's go ahead. We're going to fit it back in there. There we go. There we go. Kind of like that. Okay. Now, let's finish this up. So we've got blue at this point. We need 1 and 2. So 1 by 3 and a 1 by 1. Uh-oh. Let's take a look. Uh-huh. I'm going to have to bring that. Let's see. There we go. All right. There we go. All right, it's back. So we've got our 1x3 and 1x1 on there. We've got these double-sided snots. So it looks like 2 Travis bricks in blue, and then we've got these is that 1 dual-sided 1x2 by 1x2 snot brick, and a 2 1x4s. This thing is giving me trouble again, isn't it? Alright. So how do they want... Oh, good lord. Alright, well, obvi something's going on. So we got a whole tray of parts. I've got to figure out what's going on with the computer. So, hey, listen. I thank you all for showing up. Be sure to subscribe. Only 26 minutes this time. I'll get this finished. I'll post pictures of it as well. Have a feeling this is going to go up on the top. I would show you, but unfortunately something's going on. So I have no idea what's going on. I'll have to figure it out. So listen, I thank you all for showing up. Love you all. You want to get this? It's down in the show notes. I got the affiliate link there. Every little cell helps and counts. So, yeah, definitely help me out there, all right? Hey, I love you all. Listen, Jesus loves you more. Nothing you can do about it. Good luck with the build, and happy brick hunting.